All right, now that we have our Google Sheet set up and copied and saved, we're going to start collecting some samples. So you'll notice that down here there's some different tabs. There's n equals 4, n equals 9, and n equals 16, and results. So we're going to use all those different tabs to collect different sample sizes and then record our results. So this will be for samples of size n equals 4. And remember, our population is approximately normally distributed with a mean of 40 and a standard deviation of 12. So I'm going to generate a random number that comes from that population. So up here in my formula bar, I'm going to write equals norm inverse. So norm INV in parentheses rand 2 parentheses comma 40 comma 12. Hit enter and I get this number 38.0. Your number is probably going to be different than that. Okay, and what I'm going to do to simulate collecting a sample of size n equals 4 is I'm going to highlight that cell and I'm going to go into the bottom right corner and I'm going to drag that across. All right, so this simulates collecting a sample of size n equals 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are the different values. So we can imagine like these are the different numbers of hours that these 4 people who are included in our sample worked during a week. All right, then I also want to collect the sample mean. So I'm going to click on this cell right next to my sample number 1. I'm going to type in equals average, and it's going to probably allow me to autofill average. And my first cell that I want is B3. So I'm going to write B3 and then a colon. And my last cell that I want is E3. So E3, like that. Hit enter. So this 44.029, this number is the average of these 4 numbers. Okay. And you might think like, oh man, do I have to do that 100 times? Well, you're in luck. Google Sheets makes this a really easy process. So I'm gonna drag across my sample size n equals 4. So I have all 4 numbers highlighted. I'm gonna grab the bottom right corner where I can see that box and just drag that all the way down to 100, fill that. So now I've generated 100 different samples, each of size n equals 4. And now I'm gonna do the same thing with my sample means. All right, so each time you do any action here, it's going to regenerate the numbers. That's okay. You'll see them change. What we're interested in is the end result. Once we do that, we're going to go here to sample mean and reference. And we're going to highlight all of those numbers. And we're just going to Control C and copy that. So that's going to be our first set of 100 samples, our first trial of 100 different samples of n equals 4 that we're going to paste into our Desmos app. All right, that's it for this step.